So I've been collecting Transformers for about 5 years straight now, and in that time you'd expect that I'd pretty much have like all of the basic characters, right? You know, your Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starscream, Bumblebee. But the one character that I never really had a proper Generations toy of for the longest time was Soundwave.
Soundwave superior.
So now, after a shopping trip on CMD Store, not sponsored, we can now take a look at the Transformers Studio Series Transformers the Movie Leader Class Soundwave. So before we take a look at Soundwave, we're going to be taking a look at his tapes. And in the cassette modes, it's nothing really special. I mean, they are nice enough looking cassettes. Like, you can tell that they're cassettes, they've got the spools in there, they've got the basic rectangular shape. But once you really start looking at it, the cracks do start to show. You can see all the gaps in there, and from the back, they don't look great. But, like, is anyone really gonna display them in their tape modes outside of Soundwave's chest? Like, I really don't think anyone cares what they look like as long as they look good in Soundwave's chest. And yes, they do look very good inside the tape deck. Buzzsaw and Laserbeak do share a mold, and they actually don't even have any color differences in the plastic. The only color difference is the paint. They slot into the tape deck really nicely, and that's about all you can ask for with these, really. Ravage's tape mode...
is interesting.
It gets the shape down, it has the spools, and, like, again, it looks fine, but it's so clearly a folded up cat. Like, there's no hiding it. There's no real hiding it. I mean, again, I'm not too bothered by it. I don't really care if it looks like a real cassette or not. As long as it's rectangular and fits into Soundwave, I'm good. But it's a little bit weird. It's really weird looking on this guy. Now, the actual tape deck is brilliant looking. Oh my god, this is beautiful. I absolutely love the little flip-out panels that cover up the gaps in the torso shape to kind of like fill out the tape deck a little bit better. That's something that the Titans Return one didn't do, and it really, really bugged me. From the back, it's not the cleanest thing ever, but that's just kind of how Soundwave rolls. You know, you've got the arms at the back, you've got some gaps there. It's Soundwave, right? Like, pretty much every modern Soundwave is like this. Even the original is like this to an extent. The door springs open very nicely. That's, you just heard it there. There it is. A lot of people have been complaining about the lack of silver on the bottom of the tape deck because that's something that the original has, and honestly, I really don't mind it. It makes it look more solid without that block of silver. Like, I honestly kind of, I don't know if this is just me coping a little too hard, but like, kind of looks better like this. Honestly, I prefer this over the original. Who should we transform first? Let's do the bird mold first. So to transform the Laserbeak Buzzsaw mold, you want to start by just flipping out the wings from the back here. Just get those wings up. Now what you want to do is just flip the feetsies down like that. Then once that's done, you just take the wings and flip them up like that, so you got most of the bird shape all the way done. And now we're just gonna flip out the head and put on the guns, and there's these two pegs that are going to go into those two ports there, and there you go. There you have Laserbeak and Buzzsaw all transformed. So now we're going to do Ravage, and for Ravage what you want to do is just take these pieces here and just bring them together, and this is going to form up the head right there. Now we are going to just unpeg these side bits here and swing them forwards, then rotate them at the waist, and then bring his little leggies back like that. And now you're just going to take the legs and bring them together. Take this section and bring it down. Take this section and bring it up. And then rotate the legs and bring them down. And now we're going to take his tail piece with the missile pods on it, and it's just going to slide into place around the back there. And there is Ravage, all done. Now for Soundwave, what we're going to do is just take the section with the play buttons and just open that up. And you want to flip in these panels right here. Now we're going to unpeg the arms from here and unpeg these panels, swing them forward, and now we can remove the battery pieces. Like that. Right there. So just bring those arms out, and now we can unpeg the sides and swing them down, swing these sections down, and then rotate them inward like this. Now you want to rotate him at the waist and flip that that button set down. And now what we're gonna do is open up this panel right here, swing this down and flip this panel in, rotate around the foot, then come in here and push your finger against the inside here, and that is just going to bring the knee pad forward. Now you want to close that panel, and just do the exact same thing on the other side. So now what we're going to do is just take the arms and swing them forward, and they will just click into place, like that. Then you want to take this panel on the forearm, swing it down, and flip out the hand from the panel, and then swing that back up. Then just do the same exact thing right here. Just bring that section down, bring out the hand, close that up. Then you want to open up the backpack and flip out the head, and then close this back up, and then take these panels and close them up. And now we're just going to plug on the shoulder cannon, and there you go. There's Soundwave in his robot mode.
So in robot mode, I think that the bird mold is actually quite good. It doesn't really do a whole lot in terms of moving, but it just looks really nice, okay? It's a very good, like, cartoon accurate look. You can move the wings down and shift them forward, and you can kind of get like a perched look out of that. Speaking of which, he can perch very nicely onto Soundwave's arm, which is a nice little touch. I like that. The beaks are not painted, however, they're usually just a very dark gray, so it would really be no use painting them anyways. And oh no, parts forming! I'm not too bothered by the parts forming. Just don't try to double hinge the wings, because, as this guy in this video here showed, that doesn't really tend to go well. Ravage is a lot more interesting to me. See, I love how the head works in the transformation where it literally splits in half. Like, I think that's just so cool. But the final robot mode for Ravage is mostly very good. I actually do think that it's much nicer looking than the Siege version, in my opinion. And it's nice and cartoon accurate, and I definitely see why the tape mode had so many compromises. It was very obviously for this. But the midsection is on a ball joint, and it's not the tightest, and I really wish that it was a little bit tighter, because it does have some issues with, like, staying together. It has a little thooping point, so you can just hit that, but it can come out of that thooping point a little bit easier than I'd like it to, which can get a little bit annoying when you're messing with it, because he just tends to kind of wobble at the torso a little bit. But other than that, I do actually think that this is a very, very good Ravage, despite the parts forming. Soundwave is peak. Holy fuck. I absolutely love how beautifully cartoon accurate this robot mode is. I really don't mind the flat surface detailing. I know that that was a big complaint for a lot of people, but me personally, I don't mind it at all. In fact, I love it. Like, I actively love it. The head sculpt might just be one of the best head sculpts I can think of in recent years, and the shade of blue that they used, it's perfect. I love it. Like what I mentioned earlier, when you put different cassettes into the tape deck, it does actually change colors, so it changes the look of your Soundwave, and I think that that's just the coolest thing ever. Now, allow me to show you the articulation while we play some wonderful music. So overall, this is a fantastic set, and it is well worth the leader class price point. In fact, I'm surprised that it's only a leader class. I would have expected a little bit more, honestly. Like, I would have expected this to be at a higher price point, but no, it's just a leader, and that's actually super impressive. Because, yeah, it's just a really good bang for your buck. You get, like, an absolutely amazing Soundwave. You get some of the best tapes that we've ever gotten, and you get 3 of them in one package. And now I'm really hoping that they reissue Rumble and Frenzy, because I am not paying $100 on the aftermarket for them. But that is pretty much it for today's video. That has been our look at the Transformers Studio Series 86, The Transformers, the movie, Leader Class, Soundwave, Buzzsaw, Ravage, and Laserbeak. You know how I like to do these mouthfuls at the end. Make the name of the figure kind of just take as long as possible. And I will see you guys on the flip side.